I'm going to be doing title block, borderline, and the main construction. So this is how it should be at the end of the day. So let's start. I'll do this one, then later I'll do the next. What do you call it? Isometric. I say isometric. Next orthographic. So let's start from title block. Your title block should be 1 cm. So from here to here, you measure 1 cm. The best way you can do it is to mark it. You mark 1 cm like this. Then you go to another side of the line, like let me say this edge. Measure 1 cm from your paper. Then you join the dots together. When you're joining dots together, make sure it's neat. Don't do double lines in your this thing. See, neat work. I'll do it again. And also, please don't make the dots this thick. Oh. I'm just doing it because of my camera. My camera cannot like see something, so I'm making the dots thick enough so you can see it. And that's how you continue. So I'm going to do the entire thing. Okay, let me do this other one so you can see how it's done. So like this, you put a dot on the other side, you put a dot. Remember 1 cm, and you join them together. Make sure it's straight though. You might not get it at first, but with constant practice you'll be able to write your exam and give them the best. So I'm doing. So I've done it now. Okay, so I'm about to complete. I'll complete it. So I finished drawing the border lines. 1 cm, 1 cm. Hey, notice this. The border lines don't cross each other. What I mean is, you won't say borderline like this, going like this. This is wrong, like very wrong. Whenever, even if you want to draw it and it crosses, use your eraser and clean it off. The borderlines should not cross each other. That is point 2 or point 3, I don't remember. Yeah, apart from that, we're now going to the title block. So the title block is actually simple. It's just all about your mindset. So for the title block, the height is 4.6 cm. So in my ruler, I'll measure 4.6 cm. Then the length is 15 cm. So I'll measure 15 cm. 15 cm. I've measured 15 cm. Then with my set square, it's called the set square, I'll draw my height. Make sure it's perpendicular or like at angle 90. So I'm drawing it up. Then I'll now measure 4.6 again. Here 4.6. From here to here again 4.6. So I measured it 4.6. Then I'll join the two dots together. Oof. Join the two dots together. Now, there is the thing. From our title block, we have these ones at the bottom. These ones here. These ones are 66 cm. The measurements are 66 m 6. What am I saying? The measurement is 0.6 cm. 0.6, 0.6, 0.6. So you have 0.6 cm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So 0.6 times 6 is what? 3.6. So that is 3.6 cm. From here to here is 3.6 cm. So what we'll do, use our ruler and start measuring 3 and start measuring 6. So that is 6, you measure 6, you measure. That's how we'll continue doing it until we reach here. So let me do it. So I finished marking it. From here to here 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Then from here to here is 1 cm. That is this big side where you write your institution. It should be 1 cm. The other ones are 6. So when I start, I did it here and also marked it here, 6 then 1 cm. So you now start joining the lines together. You join the first one anywhere you want to start from, but you just join the lines together. Remember, these main lines are thick lines, but that doesn't mean you start shading it too. Just one movement is enough. So just make sure it's thick. It doesn't have to be so thick, but let it not be faint. Thick line, thick line. See, that's how you do it. And continue. So I finished drawing the lines. They are now all complete. So the next thing you do is you draw small lines on the top and on the bottom. What I mean is these lines, you start drawing them. These kind of lines, you draw them on the top and on the bottom of the main lines that are thick. So these lines are meant to be faint. So you measure, like, let me say, like, just 0.1 cm, just this small 0.1 cm. You just put it at the edge, dot it 0.1 cm, 0.1 cm, and you draw the line on the top and on the bottom. So the lines are on the top and on the bottom of these 6 lines here. That is 1 2 3 4 5 6. These 6 lines, top and bottom. But on this line is just on the bottom, and on this line is just on the top. Then also at the edge, you place it here. Then this line now, we'll still draw it. You place it at here and at here. Then this line too at these 2 edges. So let's draw this line here. Let's draw this line here. So you measure 4 cm. Then probably you can use your set square for better accuracy. You now draw the line straight up, but it should not, the line should not reach this 1 cm. It should only pass through all these 6 cm lines, like this way. So that's 4 cm. Then I'll now start drawing my lines, those tiny lines. So I'll measure 0.1, measure 0.1, and I'll join them together in order to gather my thin lines. So it's like that. So I'll do it here, do it here. That's how I'll just continue. So I've done the top lines. It's time for the bottom lines. So I'll now start the bottom lines. That is under. That's what I'll do throughout. So I finished the top and the bottom ones. Now to do the vertical lines. So on the vertical lines, I'll do for here and here. Then for our, because after we write our scale, we still have to write our date down here. So I'll draw at any convenient spacing. I'll just draw a vertical line like here. You can use your set square for more better accuracy. I've drawn it. So the next thing to do is to now draw the lines for here and here. So I'll measure 0.1 cm, 0.1 cm, 0.1 cm, and 0.1 cm, and that's how I'll do it for the 2 lines. So I've done it. Then the next line, I'll do the next line. Measure 0.1 here, measure 0.1 here, then you join the 2 dots together. I've done it. See how it's looking neat and accurate. So the next thing for you to do is to start writing. So you write your institution's name, your title, drawn by, checked by, department, course code, scale, then date. Your institution's name is futo. Your title, it depends on what you're giving, whether test, assignment, exam. You write it here. This is an assignment, so I write assignment. Drawn by, you write your name. Then probably you can also put your range number. Let me zoom it a bit so you can be able to see more clearly. Then you then write your department, your normal department. Then checked by is the engineer, your lecturer's name. Our lecturer is Engineer Godfrey, so Engineer Godfrey department, you write your department. Your course code is GT 102. Then your scale, our scale definitely like normally is 1:1. So you just write 1:1, your date, whatsoever date it is. So that's how what we do here now. That's what we'll be doing here. So I'll zoom back out and continue. So, and note yourself too, I forgot to add this. Whenever you're doing, like when you're, how do I put this now? When you're writing, make sure your letters touch the two lines, those thin lines. Make sure your letter touches the top and the bottom. So do not make it too small. Let me say you're drawing something now, you're writing your name. Your name should not be like this in it. Make sure they touch the two edges of the faint lines like this. That is correct lettering, correct letter blocking. That's how you do it. Also, while writing, manage your space properly. Like use your head to know that, oh, so and so space is what I'm going to write my Federal University of Technology. So you just use your head and know the space. So it not be that you will not be able to complete your institution. You now have to start cleaning again, making your title block rough. So try and like compress the letters together. Not meaning it should be messy, but just like use your head and know how you do it, so everything will fit in. Grab. So that's what I'm doing. So remember, it should touch the top and the bottom of all it should touch the faint lines. It shouldn't touch the main thick lines. Top and bottom, make sure it goes all the way. It's touching the faint lines. That's how it's done. Write it title. That is the format you should follow even in your exams. So your drawn by is your name, then probably your range number at the edge. You write it with pen in order so no one can clean it off and claim your work. That is the only place in your title block you're permitted to use pen and write. So you write your name. Let me say something like and you write it in capital letter. Everything you do in title block should be in capital letter. So let me say something like Ada Chin. So I've written my name. Then I'll now write my um range number at the edge. So I've written it. This is how it should be. Everything should be in caps lock, and this is how to just make a good title block and borderline. So that's how it is, smooth, neat, and every other thing.